Gatorade and Doritos.
And Doritos.
Gatorade and salt. Should work. What could go wrong?
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. Okay, we're gonna head out to Mammoth. I'm not gonna record between here and probably Kennedy Meadows because there's really nothing to see but highway. We'll see you around the Kennedy Meadows area. Okay, because of the temperatures going through the desert, we're going to be over 100 degrees. We didn't bother with chin cameras, just didn't want to mess with it in that kind of heat. Just wanted to get through the desert and get to the mountains as soon as possible. So, you know, with a little video editing magic, we're going to speed things up and add a little music. Kramer Junction, some water, some beef jerky. It's about 95 at what, 10:30 in the morning? Okay, after a couple hundred miles of 4-lane and 2-lane road through the desert, 101 degrees, we finally come to the shortcut in quotes, to the Sherwin campground. I wish I would have started the 360 cam sooner because the first 300 yards of this road were basically destroyed by maybe Jeeps or side-by-sides or things like that. So it was pretty rough stuff. I was beginning to question the was the shortcut such a good idea? But anyway, we got it pulled over, got the camera started up, loaded back up. Now keep in mind, I'm still fully loaded with all of our gear and my wife on the back. And I know this is just a dirt road, which turns into a dirt road with borderline half-size baby heads. And then some ruts. and occasionally some sand. We We did okay. First time really actually off-road other than riding on dirt roads on the GS, and I of course did it about 10 pounds under maximum gross weight. The GS did fantastic, really. Hands down better than my Africa Twin with a load off-road. It was so easy to pick a track and keep it. I'm amazed, really, I am. I don't even know what to say about the bike other than it's exceeded every expectation I've had. But anyway, here we are cruising along this dirt road. We're not really, I don't have the GPS going in regards to this track to the back side of the campground, so there's a few Ys in the road, and I'm not sure if I'm taking the right path or not at certain points, but so we just continue on. You can see here the rocks are getting bigger. You can also see that a rock has flipped up and chipped the lens on my 360 cam. Look at that lower left blur, and it literally is a chip. I don't know if you can fix that or not. I'll just have to film with the other lens facing forward, I guess, from now on. So yeah, we're riding along here. It's actually cooled off from the desert. The desert, like I mentioned earlier, was 100+ degrees, and it was pretty fatiguing to ride through, that kind of temperature. We're now at 7,000+ feet, and the temperature's probably about 80. It's perfect, and we're loving it. We're cruising along on the dirt road here, which eventually it gets a little rougher, not too bad. The speed distortion with the camera makes it look like I'm flying, but honestly I'm probably doing 25-30 miles an hour. There's a couple spots and you may hear the engine rev. I kicked it up to 45-50 just to get a feel, and man, I can see how if you're riding solo and lightweight you could get yourself into trouble pretty quick ripping across the tundra on this thing at 50+ miles an hour pretty easy. It just made it seem effortless. There's another Y in the road coming up here. Which way? Okay, let's go this way. Looks like most of the traffic went right, and then boom, sand. It actually handled the sand really well. That was only maybe 3 inches of sand there, no big deal. And another 3 inches here. A little further in the woods we hit some sand that's probably, I don't know, 5+ inches, and I was sitting far forward trying to get some weight on the front tire. I'm almost up on the tank. You guys that know what I'm saying, I was up on the tank, yeah. So, and it worked out. Even through the sand it was fine. We got a little sketchy at times with the sand. There's some sand there, yeah, there you go. But I think I was going, a good enough speed that we were in and out of it pretty quickly. Luckily, the sand wasn't any longer than, 4 or 5 seconds in duration. Actually, there's a longer section up here. There's also a section where there's a 4-inch tall boulder half buried in the road, and yeah, I find it and I bottom out my suspension. I think it's a ways up here after this last puddle. And then we have some sand, a little front tire dance here and there. And here comes the rock. And boom. So yeah, half buried boulder, but someone didn't spell boulder correctly in that subtitle thing there. Anyway, so yeah, cruising along from here on out. It's basically just more of the same with more sand, actually, which the bike really handled it well. No problems whatsoever. Wife was a little concerned, but I would be too, I guess, if I was sitting on the back and wasn't in control. But to be honest, I felt like I was completely in control of the bike the entire time. Amazing bike for this type of riding, and I'm sure it'll do even better on the rougher stuff. Here we are. We're hitting some sand now. This is the deeper sand. We have some deer run across. I think maybe right up here. Well, lots of deer at the campground. This is Sherwin Campground in Mammoth Lakes, California. Elevation's about 7,000 feet. Campground was great. I think there's most of this road that I'm on right now and all the other roads you're seeing are part of an OHV network, so you can bring your green sticker bikes up here and just have a ball if you want. Check with the authorities first. Don't take my word for it. Wouldn't want you to get your bike confiscated or be fined. I did see lots of side-by-sides and or dirt bikes riding over there, and the rangers drove by. They didn't say anything, so it must be a legit place to ride if you want to ride. Cool air was sure nice, much better than riding in the desert in the 90 and 100 degree weather. So anyway, yeah, road just stays here like this, more of the same. Campground's probably coming up here in a few more minutes. I'll probably add a little background sound here for you, or music for the rest of the ride. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's a lot of footage from this 3-day trip, almost 4-day trip. Hopefully we can make something watchable out of it. And thanks for watching.
Okay. Get this to walk along with me and we'll be fine.
And we can just leave that there for a minute?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, very good. It's a big risk.
Thanks.